Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, which is entitled as Sannyasa Yoga. Sloka 32. Adharmaṁ dharmamiti ya manyate tamasāvṛtā sarvārthān viparītāṁś buddhiḥ sa Pārtha tāmasī. Partha, Arjuna, O son of Pārtha, ya buddhiḥ, the intellect which tamasāvṛtā, wrapped in tamas, adharmaṁ dharmam, adharmam as dharma and dharma as adharma, dharmam adharmam, dharmam as adharmam, iti, in this manner, sarvārthān, all other things, viparītāṁ, contrary to what they actually are, manyate, thinks, sa, that buddhi, tamasā, is in the mode of ignorance. Translation: that understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion, under the spell of illusion and darkness, and strives always in the wrong direction, O Pārtha, is in the mode of ignorance. Tamasāvṛtā. Tamasāvṛtā means enveloped or wrapped by the quality of tamasī. The term tāmasī itself indicates that the quality of tamasī, ignorance, is the cause of such intellect. Saying it again through the phrase tamasāvṛtā is to denote that tamasī has expanded to that much to prevent the intellect to apprehend the reality, the actuality of things. Let me repeat this again. Tamasī itself, ignorance. When we say tamasāvṛtā, ignorance is covered. Covered means, again it is ignorance, to indicate that it has gone to the extreme case where it sees things totally opposite. How opposite? Sarvārthān viparītāṁ. The intellect which reverses everything in its understanding. It shows that non-Vedic system of philosophy to be Vedic, the Vedic philosophy to be non-Vedic. In other words, it covers the truth and shows that which is not true to be true, that which is true to be not true. Sarvārthān viparītāṁ. The pramana, the Vedas, to be unreal. The Devatas to be Supreme God, absolute truth. Krishna to be an ordinary human being. Shows lower things to be higher and higher things to be lower, or consider higher thing to be equal to lower things. Krishna to be one among others, Jivatma to be Sharira, or the Sharira to be Jivatma. This is completely opposite to what we learnt from Sattvika Buddhi. Sattvika Buddhi shows things as it is. Tāmasā Buddhi shows things contrary, totally opposite of what it is, shows the opposite of the truth. In the previous verse we learned that Rajasa Buddhi doesn't reveal the complete truth. One has a partial knowledge. Sattvika Buddhi has complete knowledge, whereas Tāmasā Buddhi has completely opposite knowledge of Sattvika Buddhi. Let's take an example. Sattvika Buddhi clearly understands things as it is, what is dharma and what is adharma. It shows the mango tree to be a mango tree. Seeing a mango tree and understand it is a mango tree, not a banyan tree. Whereas the Tāmasā Buddhi shows mango tree to be banyan tree and banyan tree to be mango tree. When there is an uncertainty between dharma and adharma, then it is said to be Rajasi Buddhi. As we saw an example earlier, thinking white conch shell to be yellow conch shell. This is due to Rajasa Buddhi. This is called Anyata Jnana. The knowledge grasps it correctly that it is corn shell, but within that corn shell, it decides the actual color to be a different color. That means it makes mistake in grasping the secondary attribute of an object. It understood it is corn shell. Nothing wrong in identifying the object to be corn shell. But what went wrong is, instead of grasping that it is white in color, it grasps it to be yellow in color. So the secondary attribute was mistaken in this case. Another example is understood Krishna as God, but then this intelligence says that Krishna is one among many gods. He is not the absolute truth. This is due to Rajasic Buddhi. A certainty on dharma to be adharma and adharma to be dharma is what's said to be tāmasī Buddhi. As we saw in Rajasi Buddhi, a partial understanding is there, whereas in Rajasic, it is totally contrary. This type of jnana is called viparīta jnana. Error in the object itself, the dharmi itself. Seeing a seashell to be silver, the intelligent did not grasp the shellness of the object denotes its nature. Seeing a donkey to be a horse, because this intelligence failed to grasp the donkeyness in the donkey. So the entire object itself changed. When it changed, this is called viparīta jnana. When the object is not changed, but the attributes of the object is changed, then it is called anyata jnana. Rajasic Buddhi as anyata jnana, whereas Tamasic Buddhi as viparīta jnana. Taking the situation, current situation where Arjuna is going through, he considers dharma, his dharma, which is Kshatriya dharma to fight, to be adharma. He will get sin. And being a Kshatriya, being a Grihastha, wanting to take a life in the forest, immaturely giving up his responsibility, he considered to be dharma. But actually it is adharma. Also, there are two categories of people. One who do not accept the scriptures at all. They also fall under this buddhi, tamasic buddhi. And those who accept the scriptures and misinterpret them are also into this category of tamasic buddhi. To summarize, that knowledge which grasps things as it is, dharma to be dharma, adharma to be adharma, is satvika buddhi. Seeing an object to be as it is and identifying and grasping object as they are is called swarupa nirupaka dharma. And besides that, the secondary attributes that's part of swarupa nirupaka dharma is called nirupita swarupa visheshanas. Both of these are clear. Then it is said satvika buddhi. I see a tree. I identify that as a mango tree. And I see the mango which is yellow in color. So, both swarupa nirupaka dharma, that this is mango tree, and nirupita swarupa visheshana, the attribute of mango which is yellow in the color, were grasped correctly. Then it is satvika buddhi. Whereas rajasic buddhi is when I see the mango tree, I understand it is mango tree, but instead of seeing the yellow colored mango, I grasp the yellow to be green. That means the nirupita swarupa visheshana has changed, is wrong in this case. Then it is said to be rajasic buddhi. That is, even though one understands the activity as dharma, he does not grasp the finer characteristic of what it is. That this dharma will further entangle me into this material world, or this dharma will release me from this material world. That understanding is not clear for the Rajasic Buddhi. Whereas the Tamasic Buddhi is seeing a mango tree to be a banyan tree. A grasp of object itself changed. The Swarupa Nirupaka Dharma is grasped wrongly. That means everything follows it is naturally going to be, obviously going to be wrong. God is real. This Buddhi tells God is unreal. Vedas are true. This Buddhi, Rajasic Buddhi, will grasp the truthful Vedas to be untruth. The Jivatma is fully dependent on Paramatma. It's not independent. Whereas this Buddhi, Rajasic Buddhi, tells the Jivatma is independent of anyone, not under control of anyone. The life here in this world is fluctuating, it's temporary, it keeps changing. The happiness is not permanent, whereas this knowledge gives complete opposite of these things. Happiness is permanent, this world is permanent, our life in this condition is permanent. Everything is contrary to the truth. After explaining the Buddhi in threefold divisions, in next verse 33, Krishna is going to explain Sattvika Dhriti, and 34 Rajasa Dhriti, and then 35 Tamasa Dhriti. Adharmaṁ dharmamitiya manyate tamasāvṛtā sarvārthān viparītāṁś buddhi sa Pārtha tāmasī. Namaste. Hare Krishna.